YouTube. Hey, YouTube.
Hello,
Good
YouTube.
morning, YouTube.
Good
So now
morning.
we're live everywhere. So everybody, welcome to Sunday Morning Cruise Chat Live with Tamika. She's back. We're so excited. No, you're like my best friend in the industry.
I
love
know.
you so much.
Thank you. I love you so much too. And I'm so proud of you. You have been doing
thank you.
amazing things over this past
Thank
year.
you. Yes, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm still stunned at that. But to everybody out there, if you're new to the channel, I am Walter from Where's Walter Travel. I'm your independent travel advisor, selling all things cruises. And today we are going to be talking with our lovely friend here, Tamika from Virgin Voyages. So if you have questions about Virgin, you're curious about this all-adult cruise line and all the things that they do differently, well, this is the best time to ask your question because she's right here.
I agree. Let's bust some myths,
Let's bust some myths today.
Yeah.
And a reminder, see, we got a whole bunch of people just tuned in on TikTok. If you want to ask questions about Virgin Voyages, use the letters VV. If you use the word Virgin, that is not us blocking you. That is TikTok blocking you. And oh my gosh, we got a whole bunch on YouTube. Emily, John, Jen, Betty, Eric, Rick, Stu. Hey, how's everybody? Rick did one of your New Year's Eve sailing. Oh, yeah.
I'm jealous.
Those parties looked righteous, absolutely righteous. So,
yes.
So, let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, right off the bat, that's actually a good question, Gold Digger. So how dangerous is the travel advisory? I'm going to tell you something right now. So that's about the Bahamas. They're at the level 2. Grand Turk is at level 2. Dominican Republic is at level 2.
Jamaica, Trinidad.
Jamaica. Well, Jamaica got pushed up to a level 3. So, look, when you're traveling, you have to be aware of your surroundings.
Absolutely.
That's what it really comes down to. And travel in groups, when you can. But I don't hear anybody concerned about Grand Turk, and everybody's going to Grand Turk. And it's like the Bahamas, and you also have to look at the travel advisories. It's about the whole country. It's not necessarily the cruise ports are some of the most guarded areas because you've got this whole influx of people coming into one place, going out of one place. So there's usually a very secure police presence there. So you guys should be good there. Hey, go ahead.
Can I just say,
Can you say?
I am Trinidadian. Both my parents are. And this time of year is our biggest season. It's carnival season.
Yes.
We are expecting over 66,000 tourists to Trinidad. And there's a travel advisory. And so the reason I say that is because some people are not, they don't really care about it, right? They go, they are on their P's and Q's. They know their surroundings. They're in groups. And so I would say, it's completely up to you if you want to listen to the travel advisory. Yeah. But I think that Virgin Voyages always makes good decisions for our sailors.
Yes.
You can also, if you feel like, I don't know, maybe you should do your shore things through Virgin Voyages because we can always find out where you are.
Exactly. And there are certain ports that, you can just stay on the ship. Yeah. Nothing says you got to get off the ship.
Absolutely.
Stay on the ship. And if you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and hit the little like button so that YouTube, TikTok, everybody knows that you like what we're doing. And of course, on TikTok, one more time, you can't use Virgin Voyages. You got to use VV. True Eyes, the ship will not fit under the bridge. So you will not have cruises going out of Jacksonville.
Poor little Jacksonville.
I know.
I love Jacksonville. I was just there yesterday, actually. It's amazing to me how I left Orlando. It was 74 degrees. And when I got to Jacksonville, it was like 66 degrees. And we're in the same state.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It looks like going from Miami up here to Orlando, it's a big difference. Which, by the way, if you're looking to combine those two now, we have a lovely train that connects them.
So if you're in Jacksonville and you are willing to drive to Orlando or you are willing to drive to Port Canaveral, you can just get on the Brightline and head to Miami. It's an amazing thing, man. I love Brightline. Have you done it?
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
Twice. And once we even had a breakdown, and the way that they handled it, it worked out just fine. Yeah.
It's not what happens, it's how they respond, right?
How they respond to it. Absolutely. And they did a great job.
Yeah.
When can you book liquor tastings? Oh, like whiskey and tequila experiences.
Once you connect to the ship Wi-Fi.
There you go. That's simple.
Yep. So that's in the port, actually. You can start booking dining reservations, spa, all of those experiences. Hopefully, we'll get to a point sometime within the next year or so where some of those things will be bookable in advance. But at the moment, 45 days for sailors for your dining, and Sure Things 60 days for your Rockstars and Mega Rockstars, which are suites.
Exactly. And keep in mind, we can do that for you too. So if you book through us and it's one of our booking, we can book your dining, we can book your Short Things, or we can work with you and say, hey, what do you guys want to do? And just to be honest, sometimes it's easier for us to do it than going through the app, because, you know, when the app opens up, there's a whole crush of people that hit it. And we can help you with that. So.
And the thing is so we, just speaking of the app and dining, so we only open up a small portion of our dining in advance. So if you don't get in, don't freak out. I promise you, when I sail as an employee, which is most times, I go in with no dining reservations.
There you go.
I mean, the first night, I really don't have any dining reservations, and I always get to eat. So so nothing to worry about. We'll get you in.
Yeah, well, they'll get you, and then there's always things to do. True I do, they do single. Absolutely. You've got solo insiders, you've got solo sea views, and then on occasion, we even have no solo supplement on sea terraces from time to time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's not only about the cabin for solos, it's what we do for solos. So if you're sailing by yourself, you get an invite to our solo events. By the end of the first night of the sailing, you have friends. You no longer feel solo. So it's an amazing thing where we don't penalize you if you want to travel by yourself.
Right. And it's a fun, it's such an inviting social cruise line that you're going to have new friends by the end, probably by the end of the first night.
But listen, I have a friend who did it solo, and she really just wanted to kind of detach and get away. And she did a lot of nothing. She spent a lot of time in her cabin, on her hammock. You know, she went to the spa. She did all kinds of things that were not party related, because that's not what she was looking for. But she had an amazing time. She ate, she slept, she pampered herself, and she had a great time.
That's fantastic. I see some of you folks are asking questions about other cruise lines. Today, we're going to concentrate on Virgin Voyages, because my lovely guest Tamika right here. So we might answer some of those questions later, but right now it's all about Virgin Voyages.
Yeah, he doesn't want me
Tamika.
to pinch him.
Yeah, because if I talk about another cruise line, including the massive ship that we just went on, which, by the way, Virgin Voyages was a big part of that, because we happened to be on the Scarlet Lady when she came in. And I have to say, all of the ships saluted her and she came in, and Scarlet was trying very hard to try a horn war on her.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
It wasn't working. They just turned the music up.
Yeah,
and,
it was hilarious.
If you lived in Miami, you heard that ship coming in, no doubt. So that was a lot of fun. I thought the crew on Scarlet was hilarious.
It's all love. It's all love.
It is.
See, us at Virgin Voyages, I think when we first came out, people didn't really know who we were. To be honest, we had a bit of an identity crisis as well coming through COVID. But now that we've kind of settled in this premium plus product for just adults, there's no competition. You know, I go into trade shows and all the vendors are like, hey, we love Virgin. I'm like, hey, I love right? Because it's just such a different product. There's no competition there. We're kind of like that boutique hotel of cruise lines. So, you know, it's all love. It's all love.
And that's the beauty of cruising. People are like, you know, what's your favorite ship? I don't have one. It's just fun. We've been on 10 different cruises. I don't have a favorite ship. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm going to pinch him, guys.
I
Should
don't
I pinch
have a
him
favorite
for saying
ship.
that? Is he being politically correct?
Well, you know, I mean, I love cruise ships. I really love cruise ships. And I love all the different experiences. I have a favorite representative in the industry.
Oh, and who's that?
That would be Tamika.
Oh, wow. He knows how to say all the right things.
Let's see. Who was that question there? I've got Swim Dog, Deep Blue. If one person is Deep Blue Extra, can everyone in the cabin get early embarkation?
So, yes, because Deep Blue Extras are per cabin, not per person. But Deep Blue Extras at the moment, so if you booked and added your Deep Blue Extras before December 31st of 2023, you are locked in. But our
Mhm.
new loyalty program should be premiering here in the next month.
What?
So
We have a new loyalty program
yes,
coming?
we
Finally.
do. So everything's kind of been put on hold in January, but we are very, very close to revealing it. And we're so excited.
Yes. Our fun fam, at what time can you board if you have the romance package?
So that's going to be right after our Rockstar and Mega Rockstar boarding.
There you go.
So I would say give or take around 2:00.
Okay, so right around there.
Yep.
Are the drinks included on the VV?
So
Sort of.
So right now and all of last year, we had a bar tab special on our promos. Now we do have bar tab. It's just not the same amount. So if you book by the end of February, you will get some bar tab.
You will get some bar tab.
You can also add bar tab. Let's tell them that.
Okay, so
really
let's start
too.
there. So you can add bar tab.
If you, let's just say that you book a voyage and it either doesn't come with bar tab or it's not enough, you can actually buy additional bar tab in increments of $100. So if you add 100, Virgin Voyages will throw in 10. If you add 200, we'll throw in 25. And if you add 300, we'll throw in 50. So you actually, it pays to prepay. So you get some bonuses.
And what's really nice is you've changed that, because it used to be you could only buy it in a $300 increment, which didn't work for certain people, especially if you hadn't included. Now you can buy a little bit, 100, 200, 300. I think that's a fabulous change.
And Walter can help you with that.
I can help you with that too. I can help you with so much.
Yeah.
Yay. Question here. What drink sailor loot specials do you have for rock stars on 5-day cruises? Thank you, Boogie Spot on YouTube.
So
drinks and sailor loot specials for 5 days. Okay.
So the sailor loot, I'm sorry, the bar tab right now is only on Sea Terrace cabins.
Correct.
Right? But if they book a new voyage with you through February 12th, we'll throw in some sailor loot.
Yes. So we've got $50 for an inside or a sea view. We've got $100 for Sea Terrace, or $200 for a Rockstar suite. Now,
and that's per cabin.
That's per cabin. And you have to book by, in fact, I'll put this up on YouTube so you all can see it. You have to book by February 12th. And you're going to get this added sailor loot on top of there. So
let's just tell them the difference between bar tab and sailor loot. Should we do that?
Let's do that. Sure. What is the difference between bar tab and sailor loot?
So bar tab is used for your alcoholic beverages, your smoothies, fresh pressed juices from Razzle Dazzle. Those are my favorite. And your premium coffees. Sailor loot can be used for all of that, but it can also be used for anything you purchase on board. So if you want some swag, if you want to go to the spa, if you want to go through shore excursions. So sailor loot can be used on anything, and bar tab is just on those.
Or you can buy one of these really fun little red ships that are just fun to display, because ahoy.
Ahoy!
They're a lot of fun. So that's the main difference. And I will say, without a doubt, the best baristas at sea, Virgin Voyages. I mean, there's nobody.
So, people ask us all the time, or tell us all the time that we should make a candle out of the scent from our
from Grounds Club.
From Grounds Club, because
my God,
I'm not a coffee drinker. There's tea in my cup, but the smell is really amazing, and people really love the coffee, that premium coffee on board.
Well, I wish you sold it. You tease us because you got these big bags of the intelligentsia sitting there, and then we can't buy it.
I know. We're working on it, Walter.
I know.
We've only been sailing 2.5 years. Give us some time to get there.
Oh, my God. Hey, Aaron is coming on the Ben and David group cruise. We're very proud of that one, folks. We're very proud to be the travel partner for cruise with Ben and David. Those guys are amazing. And their very first group cruise, and it was mainly because of my relationship with Tamika. I said, let's do Virgin Voyages. Yes. We're bringing about 150 people onto the Valiant Lady in June.
So excited about this one. Yeah, I'm going to see. It's going to be down to the wire, but I may jump on that one.
You should jump on that.
I'm going to have major FOMO with that.
You're going to have major FOMO if you don't come. Benny is asking, hey, Benny, how are you? Good morning. You've been on over 50 cruises. You really enjoyed the Scarlet Lady in November. However, we are not able to book any of the shows once they got on board.
So I have a little trick for that.
All right.
Yeah. So whenever you can't get into a show, still show up. Because there are a lot of people that no show. People get on, they just start booking everything. And, I don't want to be mean, but I
No.
hope we start charging for that at some point, because it takes away the opportunity from other people that really want to show up.
Right.
But what happens is people start booking all these shows, and then they change their dining conflicts, you know, they're having too much fun at the pool, and they don't. So always show up. And if there's extra spaces, our crew will be happy to let you in.
Yeah, and that especially goes for that 80s workout things. Everybody signs up for that. And then either people don't show up, or sometimes they have a little extra room. And if there's room, they're just, hey, come on in, join the party. It's fun. Great question here. Tutul Holmes, I think. I like it. We're not big partiers. We enjoy time ourselves, just relaxing. Would VV be a good fit for us? And how? Tamika, I mean, so here's the thing. When you see the vlogs, when you see a lot of the videos, they concentrate on Scarlet Night, which is the craziest party at sea, which is really actually a lot of fun. They might concentrate on some of the other parties and things going on, but Virgin Voyages is one of the most chill, relaxed ships out there, cruise lines out there. And even when Scarlet Night is going on, if you really don't want to partake in that, go sit out on the dock. Absolutely gorgeous at night. Yeah. So while you see that, because people want clicks, they want views, they want all this other stuff, it's actually a very chill. In fact, that 8-night, we took an 8-night Thanksgiving cruise on Valiant Lady. It's one of the most chill, relaxed experiences. And one of the things that you really don't see a lot is the social club. Yeah. Social club. They have speed puzzling. They have trivia. They have games. They have all of the games from your childhood right up to now. Galaxy. Yeah, all the games. And then, you've got the retro arcade back there. That is the happening spot for the entire cruise. You will see that full of people playing games for the entire cruise. So that's what you don't see. So yes, if you're not a partier at all, in fact, every single night, go hang out on the rocks. I don't know where you guys find these bands and musicians, but they have some of the best bands and musicians playing on the rocks every night. Such a cool vibe. Yeah. So you don't have to be a partier.
So listen, I'm going to just be honest here. I'm going to put my family's business on blast for a moment. But my sister and her husband are total opposites, right? She likes to go, 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 go. And her husband just likes to chill. Yeah. And there are not enough things for you to really enjoy when you just want to chill. There's all of these great little hidden spots on board that you can just hang out with a good book, get away from it all. The cabin itself with the hammock really leans into just that whole relaxation. The redemption spot is amazing as well. Beautiful. So let's talk about that for a minute, because if you're not a partier, that's okay. I'm an extrovert with introvert tendencies, so I get it, right? But you can do when we're at sea, you can do a 3-hour thermal pass for redemption spa for $59. At when we're docked, you can do it for $39. You can take advantage of the mud room, the salt room, the pools, the smell when you walk in is just so relaxing. It is. You could also get services as well. And what I love is that there's no hard sells, right? So they're not
zero.
Yeah, there's no like, oh, you should buy this and you need this. And so it is really very relaxing. Like Walter said, there's a bunch of happenings that are not party related. If you like to do bingo, we do a nice little twist on that. Yeah. But listen, you can eat to your heart's content. You can dive into the ports as well and just kind of really lay back. But there's no pressure because there's no formalities. There's no captain's nights and dress codes. So you come as you are, you be who you are, and you make it what you want to make it.
I mean, you walk on, you want to buy a drink package, you want to buy a dining package, you want to buy internet package, you want your picture taken. None of that. Yeah. In fact, I think the photographers is my favorite bit. There's no photographers on Virgin Voyages. Because, you're right in the middle about to take a bite and like, hey, can I take a picture? Right. No. Go away.
There isn't even any announcements. I think that's one of my favorite things. Yeah. Too, because I just... if an announcement comes on and we're at sea, it's an emergency. Right. But it's really nice to just be able to have that peace and quiet and just really make the voyage what you want to make it. Absolutely. I have a lot of first mates like Walter who have groups that focus on wellness, health and wellness. January through March is wellness season on board as well. So, we have like these grog walks, and instead of alcohol, it's juices. We really, really like to find that balance on Virgin Voyages.
Yeah, basically, it's come as you are and make the cruise what you want it to be.
Mhm.
And there's so much seating around there.
Yeah.
So, and Patrick, I hope some of the things that we've been talking about here, you said you wanted to go, but some of the stories have scared you off. I hope some of what we've been talking about, help to shed light, and certainly working with somebody like me who's been on 4 or 5 of these now.
And I've been on 15.
You've been on 15. So.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, because they don't know me, right? But you know me. I'm a pretty real person.
I think I know you.
Yeah, I'm a pretty real person. I'm not your typical salesperson.
No.
I was with the Virgin brand for almost 12 years. And if this wasn't a product that I loved, I wouldn't send my family on it. I wouldn't send my friends on it. And honestly, I couldn't work for the company because I'm just at that point in my life where I can't fake it till I make it. So I'm glad that you came, because I think it's a great platform to bust those myths about the cruise line. And so thanks for joining.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, True Eyes, is it better to book Virgin Voyages with an agent? Is there a fee with an agent booking? Well, I can only speak for myself and say it's absolutely zero. There is no fee for booking with us. And yes, there are times when we can get you some extra sailor loot. We might be able to put you into a group. We're part of a larger consortium. So when that consortium has group space, sometimes we can drop you in there. You're going to get a little extra onboard credit, or maybe something in your room when you get on board. So at least for myself, Where's Walter Travel, there is no added fee at all. And I have a connection with Tamika, and this has worked out. This is one of the big things that you're buying into when you get a travel agent, is that you're not calling the 1-800 call center, which Virgin Voyages has some of the better sailor services out there of any cruise line. But when you need something, or you just want to ask questions or whatnot, you're talking to me. And then if there's something that really needs to be addressed, guess what? I just call Tamika. I don't call an 800 number. I actually call Tamika. We talk about it. We see what we can do. Or I just go directly to the first mates, because they are so amazing. The first mates that work with us, they're absolutely amazing. So no, there's zero fee for working with us.
Now, I'm going to say something, guys, because Walter is just so, oh, no, there's no fee to work with me. This is a top 100 Virgin Voyages first mate. First mate is another word for travel advisor. So when you book with Walter, you are booking with a top 100 agent. And when I say top 100, there are close to 100,000 travel advisors that work with us in the United States, and he is in the top 100. So not only is he going to give you the best deal, he's going to keep it real with you. He's going to make sure that this is the right cruise line for you. And to all those things that he said, we have a great relationship. But I want everybody to give me some clapping hand emojis for Walter making top 100 for 2023. He worked so hard. He made a goal. He stuck to it, and he got there. So you guys are in great, great hands with Walter. I don't see any clapping emojis. I want to see some clapping emojis, please.
All right.
Please.
Thank you.
You're very
It's
welcome.
embarrassing, but
It's not embarrassing.
I'm happy. I'm happy that we were able to do it. And yes. It was a shock to me when we actually did it.
Not to me.
I know when she told us, she's like, hey, guess what? You're top 100. I'm like, what? No, that can't be. So yay. Oh, well, we got a ginger man.
What does that mean?
I'll take a ginger man. I don't know, but I like gingerbread cookies.
Ginger man. Thank you for the ginger man.
I love it. I love it. Great question, Corey. He wants to know, are we going to see more 7 to 10 night cruises? Tamika, what can you spill on that? Come on. You can just whisper it to us. Nobody will share anything.
So we are looking to give you guys some new itineraries here in just a couple months, hopefully before the summer, late spring, early summer. Okay. Don't hold me to that, because if anything changes, you might not like me. But that's
we'll just erase the show if it changes.
That's the plan. We're definitely trying to drop more itineraries more frequently. But being a newer cruise line, we want to make sure that we're putting our ship in the right places. We listen to your feedback as well. We do have some 6 and 8 nights that go from October through April. So right now, like one just left out of San Juan, or is leaving out of San Juan. Is it this morning?
Oh, yeah, San Juan's great.
But so we do have some longer itineraries. We are looking to kind of put them more year round. But we also have some amazing product outside of the Caribbean, guys. I need you to expand your horizons. There's so much world to see.
Oh, I know.
And Virgin Voyages is a British brand. So I would say about 60% of our itineraries are not Caribbean based. So always something to consider. I had one of the best times last year on my out of
Which one?
Barcelona. I did French days in Ibiza nights, and it was
nice.
epic. 7 days, long stays
Nice.
in ports, 2 overnights, in a different country every day. And in June, the sun doesn't set until like 10:30 at night.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. So,
Wow, it's like going to Alaska.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
guys, expand the horizon.
Expand the horizon.
And Walter can help you with pre and post hotel, flights, transfers, all that good stuff.
Yes. I also fit in full-size luggage. So if you'd like to sneak me onto the ship, I do fit in full-size luggage. It'll be cold in there. I'll make sure that I, stay warm. But and I've seen we've had a couple of questions about the MNVV. How do you use them? How long are they good for? So first of all, the My Next Virgin Voyages is good for 2 years from the day that you purchased it. Now you must book and sail within 2 years from the day that you purchased it. And then if you want to convert it into a voyage, then you reach out to me and we start, because that coupon is actually your booking number. So you've already got your booking number. Now we're going to convert it to an actual cruise. So just reach out to me and I can take care of converting it to an actual cruise.
Yes.
That's simple.
That's simple.
And I actually still have some of the original My Next Virgin Voyages, which are still good for, like, I can book anytime in the next 2 years and you still get the $600 onboard credit and $300. If you don't know what we're talking about, My Next Virgin Voyage is one of those deals that you can get while you're on the ship. You can only get it while you're on a ship, and it is a future cruise special. So you pay $300 on the ship. That goes towards the deposit. Yep. So a deposit is 20% for your cruise. That goes towards the deposit for whatever cruise you're going to book. You get $300 off the public cruise fare. So if it's a $3,000 cruise, you're going to get it for $2,700, for example. And then you get $600 of sailor loot. Now, which is onboard credit. Now, the new coupon that you started, the new special that you started, you have 2 months to book and get that $600. And then after 2 months, it drops to $300?
Correct.
Right. So you still have 2 years to book, but you got 2 months to book and take advantage of that whole $600 thing. Now, the ones I have, you can still book for the next 2 years. And they are fully transferable once.
Yes.
So you can buy them on the ship and then transfer them to your friends and family, whoever you want to transfer. You can transfer it one time. So that's how I'm able to give them to you, because I purchase them and then I can transfer it once to you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
MNVVs are the best, man.
They're awesome. There's nothing like it. There's no other.
There's nothing like it.
Nothing. Nobody gets
really
that much.
There really isn't.
Yes. Aaron is asking, can the bar tab be used at the Bimini Beach Club? And then is food provided?
So Bimini Beach is our private island in Bimini. I'm sorry, our private beach club in Bimini. And yes, you can use your bar tab there. The Wi-Fi is free. The food is included. All of the chairs, loungers, beds. The only thing that's an additional cost at Bimini are the cabanas. So we are not that cruise line that wants to nickel and dime you.
Right.
So when we invite you to get off the ship and come to our private beach club, everything is included there. And Bimini is just one of my favorite places. It's really a magical place. If you go on a windy day, a gloomy day, it's just always such an amazing place to be. And Walter, you sailed recently. They added that chicken thigh on the menu. Oh my gosh.
It is so good.
And we also bring our crew off the ship so that we can extend that Virgin Voyages vibe and service as well, because service is a huge part of us. But listen, guys, Tamika tip, have the frosé.
The frosé.
The frosé.
That does not surprise me. That Tamika would recommend.
Frozen rosé, and it is so delicious at the beach club at Bimini.
I love it. And by the way, for those of you just tuning in, we've been on here for about 30 minutes. This is Tamika from Virgin Voyages, my amazing rep. If you are trying to ask questions about Virgin Voyages on TikTok, remember to use VV. I see we have a lot of questions. We're going to catch up to them, but please use VV on TikTok. It is not us blocking the word Virgin. For some reason, it's TikTok, even though Virgin Voyages is a huge presence on TikTok. And we're going to catch up on YouTube as well. As you can tell, we're having a great time.
Yeah.
Will VV come to Galveston in the future? Let's put you on the spot. Are you going to Texas?
No, we're not. We're not. We spent so much money for Terminal V, which is amazing in Miami. We
Mhm.
have 3 ships. One is coming.
Yeah.
We are definitely focused on sailings out of Miami and all of our international destinations as well. Who knows? Maybe one day, but you know, Galveston's kind of like
Never say never.
That's that river cruise vibe, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave them to do their thing in Galveston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any dining experiences that? Okay. Yeah, I did miss that one. So Gigi asked, "What's a Rockstar suite?" So that is a suite on the ship. So you have Rockstar and you have Mega Rockstar. And actually, if you go right here on TikTok or on YouTube, we have a playlist showing our Cheeky Corner suite, which to me, that's the best suite on the entire ship for me. I love that suite. I mean, the massive suite is a heck of a lot of fun too, but that Cheeky Corner suite with the wraparound, oh my God. But so I love the Rockstar suites.
Yes.
So the Rockstar suite, you basically get a concierge service. You get to book your dining 15 days early. You get priority boarding on the ship. At the Bimini Beach Club, you get private little golf carts that take you over, and you get a fully stocked bar in your cabin.
First round is on us.
First round, and I'm talking like 6 bottles of liquor.
The big bottles,
the big bottle, not the mini bottle, but like actual bottles of liquor. Plus, you have a whole cocktail set. You got the glasses. If you need some mixers and stuff, you can ask your Rockstar agent to go get you some mixers for you. Maybe some lemons and limes. They'll do that. And then, of course, all your Coke products and all of that, they're all stocked in there as well.
Then you get a black band.
Oh yeah, you get the black band, which makes you very special. So you get Richard's Rooftop, which is the special sun deck just for you. Got them hot tubbed up there. You got champagne happy hour every single night. Like literally every freaking night you get champagne. And then if you go Mega Rockstar, that's the top level. First of all, that bar is now unlimited. They'll refill that bar for you. You get $25 drinks or something like that at the bar. I always get that confused.
The bar, you get daily bar tab.
Yeah, daily bar tab.
You get daily bar tab. You get transfers to and from the port or free valet parking.
Yes.
You get daily access to Redemption Spa, so you get that thermal pass every day if you want it. And you also have your own Mega Rockstar agent that's there at your beck and call. So Rockstar and Mega Rockstar is the way to go. I have been lucky to sail with my family who have done the Massive Suite twice. And so I have had the honor of getting some of those perks just by being with them. And it's bigger than my house.
I know. It's a big room.
It's over 2,000 square feet inside and outside.
It's crazy.
And I'll say this, whether you are Mega Rockstar or Rockstar, our crew is so amazing. Our sailors that stay in suites, they get even more of a special kind of service, but the crew really makes that whole experience top notch.
They do. And in fact, we've sailed on Scarlet a few times. Now we've sailed on Valiant. The barista who I had twice on Scarlet Lady recognized me the moment I walked up to her on Valiant. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I remember you. Hi, how are you?"
You're kind of unforgettable, though.
Well, I guess.
You are. You're kind of unforgettable.
Even Carlos remembered me. Yeah. Oh, Carlos, the diva. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, they have a diva on board the ships that are so much fun. And no shade to everybody else, but if you have Carlos on your ship, oh my God, you are in for a fun ride.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference between our crew and other cruise lines is that we allow them to come and be who they are. If they have tattoos, if they have pink hair, whatever they are, whoever they are, we encourage them to be that. They're also not working for tips because tips are included with Virgin Voyages. So you have people that actually love what they do, providing a service that they're happy to provide. So it doesn't surprise me. I hear that a lot, that, repeat sailors go back on and crew recognize them because, they are there to really make this voyage one to remember. And I think they do an amazing job at that.
They do. Betty, real quick, can you still transfer other cruise line loyalty status to Virgin? Stay tuned. Right now, the answer is no. They put a pause on it. But as Tamika said, in about a month-ish or so, a new program is going to be rolling out. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Are there any dining, Philip, how are you? Good morning. Are there any dining experiences that cost extra on BV? There are a few things that are called treat yourself. such as the tomahawk steak in the wake. So you don't have to pay a dime. We have been on 4 or 5 Virgin Voyages. We have not paid a dime for any food. But if you would like to get a little something extra, yeah, there are a few things on there. But as a rule, no. Amy, you need 7-night itineraries from Miami.
Working on it.
Well, and also,
we have the 6 and 8.
Well, yeah. So they do have the 8-night Eastern Antilles Caribbean, which we did for Thanksgiving. Oh my God. What
we
an
do
amazing
also
itinerary.
have, I believe it's in 2025. I think we have 2 7-nights out of Miami as well.
You do, and then we're still waiting to see San Juan in 2025. What you're doing there, but San Juan right now is 2 7-nights, amazing Southern Caribbean itinerary. So we're still waiting to see what's coming in 2025. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's see. Again, if you're asking questions about other cruise lines, we are maybe towards the end of the show, I'll get to those. But right now, I've got Tamika right here. And so we're being respectful to that. We're talking about Virgin Voyages. If you are asking questions on TikTok, make sure you use VV.
I see
Philip,
the question.
Philip, if you want one of the last tattoo appointments on VV, how early should you line up for Squid Ink?
So normally, Squid Ink is completely booked by the end of the first night of the voyage.
Yeah.
So you got to get in there. It's like spa. You got to get in there and you got to know exactly where you're going to set your appointments.
Exactly. So they're on deck 6.
And we have some amazing tattoo artists. Amazing. We feature some great tattoo artists. So it's never really the same person. I have seen 70-year-olds get their first tattoo on Virgin Voyages. It's crazy.
And there's an ink cruise coming up. I saw it. There's like a special ink cruise coming up on either Valiant or Scarlet. It's coming up.
Yeah.
So if you really want to go nuts with tattoos, sign up for that one. What are the different suites? Well, there's a bunch of them, but let's see. So we got Brilliant, we got Massive, we got Posh, we got Cheeky Corner. I'm telling you, Cheeky Corner is the one. Sweet Aft Suite, which is right. So if you look at the ship, you look at the pictures of the ship, it's probably the only ship that does this. The back of the ship is only 3 suites. There's only 3 suites across. And as they go up, the balconies get larger. So we were in a Cheeky Corner suite up on deck 12. I'm telling you, folks, 500 plus square feet of balcony. That's the one you want. Any news on Brilliant? Would you like to take that?
That's the question I saw.
So Jill is asking the $64,000. Wow, that's a great reference. The $64,000 question. I remember that show. So any news on the Brilliant lady?
So we are going to be taking possession of Brilliant very, very soon. However, in true transparency, we are going to hold down on itineraries for a little bit, just to make sure that we're in the right ports. Also with port space, sometimes to get into those ports, you have to bid on them 2 to 3 years in advance. One thing about Brilliant, yes, I know the gossip was out there before, but I can't confirm that it can fit through the Panama Canal because of the way it was built slightly different. But we are still waiting to hear. Please stay tuned. We're just focused on making sure that everybody that gets on any 3 of our lady ships is having an optimal time. We're still a new cruise line, so there are things that we would like to do before getting a 4th ship. I don't ever see us being one of those cruise lines that have 30 ships in their fleet. So we are trying to make every one of them very special. We saw some images leaked online yesterday for Brilliant, and some of the decor is beautiful inside. And of course, you know, when we do launch Brilliant, it's going to be a very special occasion.
It's going to be a brilliant launch, shall we say.
It is.
So the word is the ship is coming. Just stay tuned for more information. And John, I see, John and I have been talking about a big milestone birthday for him in 2025. John, the answer is we just don't know yet. The Virgin Voyages will announce when they are good and ready, and I would not be surprised if Sir Richard is somehow part of that announcement. Yeah, he's been waiting for a brilliant
and when's his birthday?
In 2025, May of 2025. Yeah.
I don't know that
Brilliant
will have itineraries.
So we don't know yet. So John, I would say let's just keep working on some other ideas, and then we'll revisit that if that shows up. Anthony is about to sail out of San Juan next week. Your 2nd VV cruise. Yay! That's a great itinerary, and it's good with foodies. Hey, B, you're thinking about booking your first cruise with VV. I can't tell you how many people I have booked their first cruise, and I warn everybody, this is going to spoil you. Virgin Voyages will spoil you. The moment you go on another cruise line, you're going to be like, wait.
You're done.
What happened?
You're done.
What happened?
You're going to always compare it as well, because I think one of the biggest things, other than the obvious with the adults only and stuff and the beauty of the ship, but I think one of the biggest things that it takes people a minute to wrap their head around is that we're not nickel and diming you. Almost everything is included. There's no questions. Oh, do I have to pay to play? You okay? Do I have to pay to play the video games? Do I have to, pay for none of that is happening. Let it out, Walter.
Right.
You got it. I don't need
it went the wrong way. It went the wrong way. And somebody's asking, are we business partners? No, we're just friends.
Yeah.
We're friends. She is actually my representative for Virgin Voyages. Tamika is. So when I have questions about Virgin, when I have anything that we need to address, this is who I'm talking to on the other end of the line. It's not a call center. It's Tamika, and she happened to live close enough that we're able to do this. And just
he has to be pretty special for me to be here on a Sunday morning.
I know. I love it. Cousin Leroy, I know you're going to be on VV in 2025. Look, Nell is saying they just got off another cruise line and they missed VV. Gigi, are we doing a VV group cruise? Right now, we have one, which is the cruise with Ben and David inaugural. It's technically sold out. We limited that to only 150 people. The ship still has room on it, but June 12th on Valiant Lady. But right now, the group itself is closed. Tamika has been nudging me, going, maybe it's time for another group.
Gigi, I am so glad you asked that question, Gigi. Because sailing with Walter is something that so many people want to do. And I'm like, Walter, what are you doing right now? Why isn't there another group cruise that's on the books here? So Gigi, send him some more messages about that, because he needs to do it.
We have to move.
Yeah.
Maybe not right now, but by the end of the year, you can start planning.
We have to move.
People want to do it.
I know. People want to sail with us. Because you know why they want to sail with us? They want to meet the woman of mystery who's sitting over there.
I've met her. She's amazing.
Yeah. So my lovely wife, Rebecca, who's sitting off camera as usual, making sure that we keep up with the questions. So stay tuned. As Tamika says, stay tuned. And we'll have some more. Celeste, spoil us in December. Look at that. They're coming on in December.
See?
It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Let's see. Twin Flames. Oh, that's right. Hey, how are you? And I'm blanking on your name. Hello. I had such a hard time remembering who's
the real
who with the name.
Yeah.
You're going on VV. You're going on Valiant Lady in April. Any safety measures advice, as in getting off the ship? As with any travel, be aware of your surrounding.
Yeah.
I had a brilliant time in the Dominican Republic doing the craziest doom buggies ever. And that is supposedly a level 2 or whatever it is. Just be aware of your surroundings. That's all.
And I also think as a brand, we are always on top of these things, and we're going to make the best decisions for our sailors. So nothing to worry about there.
Wow.
But this is why we say that people should always have passports, because you never know what's going to happen when you're in another country. And although we allow you to sail out of Miami with a original birth certificate and a picture ID, you should really try to go, when you're going out of the country, you should have a passport.
Yes. And by the way, I just scrolled a whole bunch of clapping emojis. So thank you for that.
See?
For the top 100. I know. I'm a fan. Douglas, you would love a Southern Caribbean sailing on Virgin Voyages. Those are out of San Juan right now. There's 2 itineraries.
Yep.
Fabulous, including one that goes to Guadeloupe, which, if you're a fan of Death in Paradise on BBC, that's where they shoot the show. You can go visit the Honoré Police Station is there. We went to the Honoré Police Station. It was so much fun. Oh my God, we were totally geeking out. Rebecca's even on the clip. She ran in to get in on the clip. So
Rebecca, not you.
I know, she's on a video. She's on a video. Oh my God. I'm sorry you came in late. She is with Virgin. If you haven't figured it out, she's with Virgin Voyages on the sleeve. So this is Tamika. She is my business representative with Virgin Voyages, and she's amazing. Doc, you need more 8-day voyages from Miami. I agree. They're working on it. Check this out. So Jill is doing the transatlantic and the irresistible med back to back.
Jill? Is it Jill?
Jill. It's Jill.
I am so jealous.
Right?
So first of all, our transatlantics are amazing.
Yeah.
And they're always so well priced as well.
Oh my God.
And the irresistible med, listen, I am all about our Mediterranean cruises. I did one last year and it was so epic. I was so, I sailed with some first mates actually, and I was just so honored. It's memories of a lifetime. So I tell you guys, I know that the Caribbean is close. And maybe for those of you that haven't sailed with us before, it's a great way to experience the product. But if you've sailed with Virgin Voyages, it is time to go out of another port outside of the US because it is something very, very special. It is very special.
Yeah. So Jill and Jill and her husband Bill have been one of my best clients. I love you guys so much. So thank you so much for coming on board with us. Yeah. Well, I like to think so. On the Irresistible Med Cruise this May, how do I know the show schedule on board so I can reserve dinner in April?
Yeah. So that's the tricky part of it, that you don't know the show schedules. But what I will say about that is you'll have no issues with changing your dining reservations once you get on board. Those ships are not sold out. It's not like out of the Caribbean. So if you need to adjust, not to worry, you can do that once you get on the ship.
And user 618, why don't you have a buffet? They have something better than a buffet. They have the galley.
Did he just say buffet?
Yeah, he said buffet. No buffet.
That's not our thing.
No, you have a food hall. You have the galley, which is a food hall. So you've got a ramen station, a panini station, you've got tacos, you got the burger bar, you got salad bar. Oh, a ridiculous salad bar, just a ridiculous salad bar. And you know what I do?
What?
I will go over to the burger bar and I will get a nice fresh hamburger. I will go get a salad and I'll cut that hamburger up and I've got a nice little hamburger.
And you know what else I love about the galley? I love that if you and I, Rebecca, are sitting at a table and all three of us want different things, we can just throw the flag up. It can come to us, or you can walk up and go get it. If
you can place the order. You can just stay at the table and place the order. If you want
we
to.
leave buffets to other cruise lines.
Yeah. So the food is fresher in general. And by the way, one of the few cruise lines that the desserts actually taste as good as they look. But there's so many cruise lines like, wow, the cake looks amazing. The cupcake looks amazing. This looks amazing. And then you bite into it and you're like, ooh, this is not good. But there, the bakery, pretty much, I would say at least 85% of what's there is a home run.
So one of my favorites is like that Asiago focaccia that we have.
Oh, good Lord.
That's ridiculous. The other thing I love about the galley is we have these grab and goes, right?
Yes.
So let's not forget about that.
The charcuterie box.
Yep, the charcuterie box.
The charcuterie
they
box.
have sushi. We have sushi.
Yeah,
we have
bento
fruits.
box.
Also,
breakfasts.
Yep. Also, Ship Eats. So, a little play.
Oh, man.
Other eats. But Ship Eats features a main dish from all of our dining, our specialty dining, and it's so delicious. Like,
delicious.
Sometimes you just don't want to, back to earlier when we were talking about relaxing and stuff. If you just want to, I love the chicken noodle soup from Ship Eats. Have you ever had that?
I have not had that.
So what's nice about Ship Eats is, on those other cruise lines, they give you this tray, and when you're done, you put it out, and you're walking down the hallway, and you're seeing people's chewed up chicken wings and all that. No, ours comes in this insulated bag with everything you need, hot, cold, your silverware, condiments, everything. And when you're done, you just throw everything back in the bag, and you can just leave it in the cabin or you leave it outside, and nobody has to know what you ate.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if you order alcohol, it's free.
Yeah, if you order anything that's paid, there's no room service delivery. So I'll always get like a cappuccino or espresso. And when they bring you your coffee, they bring it in this lovely little carafe so the coffee stays nice and high. You got like 2 or 3 cups of coffee in there. It is so good.
And water's included. It's funny that I even have to say that because I didn't know till very recently that some other cruise lines, like you have to prepay for your water and all this stuff. So water is included. You have 2 carafes in your cabin. You can mix it up with sparkling and still or one of whatever you want to do, but water is also included.
Soft drinks, all the Coca-Cola products included.
Yep. Even our apple juice, orange juice, that good stuff. But bring your favorite Yeti or Stanley Cup because we have no plastics on board. And so if you want to fill up at our water stations.
Absolutely. And we haven't even really talked about that. So every single Virgin Voyage, all of your meals are included. The gratuities are included. That's a biggie. Your Wi-Fi, included. That's a basic right for everybody. So your Wi-Fi is included. You can even upgrade it for a minor charge. And the soft drinks are included. So all the Coca-Cola products, like you can have your fridge stocked with Coca-Cola products for the entire cruise. And even the group exercise classes, like the 80s workout, the boy band dance thing. Oh my God. They have some fun things. Did you see that move he just did?
I just played.
I used to have a really weird jacket when I was growing up, the same jacket that Don Johnson used to wear.
Oh yeah. I used to have a crush on Don Johnson.
I had that, you know. I mean, who didn't have a crush on Don Johnson? I had a crush on the car. I wanted the car. Will Vivi depart from New York City anytime soon?
So, love Vivi out of New York, because when we first launched, we actually had the ship in New York. I was very lucky to be on the ship. And so it is a really good vibe, but stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because you never know. I mean, New York and Virgin just go together. LA and Virgin just go together. So kind of stay tuned. Who knows?
See.
Only 5 or 6 day cruise out of Miami for the rest of the season. For now, stay tuned, because
through April, we also have the 6 and 8 nights out of San Juan.
Yeah, out of San Juan. So you need to message me. Absolutely. No Pepsi on the ship. It is Coca-Cola product. How is the port in Puerto Plata, Dominica? It's a good port. It's got a whole shopping and...
The pool is a whole vibe.
Yeah, it's got a big pool there.
When we came back from our excursion, we hung out at the pool. We drank. We listened to music. And the ship's right there. So, and it's the newer... it's a newer port. And you can tell. It feels new.
Absolutely. Tamika is the best.
Hi, thank you.
Doesn't say anything about me, but he likes you.
Everybody knows you're the best.
Do they have accessible areas for scooters and wheelchairs? I can tell you that I have seen scooters and wheelchairs on multiple ships. Very easy ship to get around.
Yes.
Big elevators, nice wide corridors to get around.
Yep. And we have cabins, ADA cabins as well.
They do. And they do have, now, while you may see all the pictures and you're like, oh, well, I can't get in the pool. Actually, they do have a lift. It's just off to the side. You just have to have the crew member. They'll bring it out.
Yep.
And they have a lift that will take you into and out of the pool as well. So, very accessible. And what I love about Virgin Voyages, you know, in the beginning, everybody's like, oh, I got to be 25 and a size 0 to go on the ship. It's not. It is truly...
You see the size of my arms?
It is truly a come as you are ship. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 118. You are going to be so welcomed on this cruise. I mean, they are so welcoming. Disney is famous for announcing you. Virgin, they're just there. They're waiting for you at the end of the gangway, and they're just so happy to see you and dancing, and you might have a megaphone.
We didn't win over 30 industry awards if there wasn't something special about us. Last year, so the awards haven't started for 24, so I'm still talking about 23, and you got to allow me to do that. But we swept the Cruise Critic Awards, all 5 categories. It had never been done in the cruise industry, never. So here comes the new kids on the block sweeping the Cruise Critic Awards.
Right.
We also, with the Cruise Critic Awards, they made an exception for Best New Ship again for Resilient Lady because of the entertainment that was on board. One of my favorite, Condé Nast, Traveler, World Travelers, all kinds of stuff. But one of my favorite was the most value for your money. Because, we all work hard.
Yeah.
And, everything in this world is just more expensive. And so when you can experience a product where you feel like you got your money's worth, you weren't nickeled and dime, you didn't, get on board and pay almost just as much as you did for the voyage fare and extras, it is just such a great feeling. And that's why Walter said earlier, you go on a Virgin Voyage, you get spoiled because it's just a very, very different experience in a good way.
I'm gonna give you a great example. So Thanksgiving, we took, I think, 30 people with us for Thanksgiving at Valiant Lady, and I want to say at least 24 were virgins. They had never been on the ship before, never been on a cruise. And one in particular, a mom who big time with the ship that has the fun funnels on it. She was very nervous about it. And about halfway through the cruise, she's like, I don't think I can go back to them again. Yeah. This had been not at all what I expected. This has been so amazing. And here's the biggest comment that everybody in my group made. We were sold out. Valiant Ladies, Thanksgiving, we were sold out. Everybody's like, this ship does not feel sold out. Yeah. It's like, where is everybody? Yeah. The ships are actually somewhat overbuilt for 2,700 passengers. And that's something that we really don't talk about enough. is that there are ships that we have gone on and it's sold out. And you're like, yep, it's sold out. All right. You're squeezing through choke points or you're waiting in these massive lines.
Yeah.
There just wasn't any other. Of course, there's going to be some lines here and there, but you were able to get around. You're able to do anything you want. So your ships are so well designed to just spread people out across all the decks.
Yeah.
And there's more than enough room for 2,700 people to enjoy the ship.
Interesting fact is that we hired architects that normally build hotels to build our lady ships.
Mm-hmm.
So that is another reason why it feels so different, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the exclusion of big dining halls and that sort of stuff. So we wanted our ship to feel, different. And I always try to explain to people, it's like when you first get on, it's almost like you walk in and you're like in this big city hotel with loads of things buzzing around you. It has that feel to it, but I agree. I've been on sold out sailings and it does. Scarlet Night when everybody comes together. Yes, absolutely. And even maybe like Sail Away too, right? Sometimes.
Sail Away. And of course, sometimes in the morning at the galley, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to breakfast at the same time.
Still, it doesn't feel, because I've sailed other cruise lines. Yes, I do sail other cruise lines with my family. And I know what that feel is like. So, it's a very different experience. And the experience that is created for you is because we did so much market research before we launched the brand. We wanted to know what was missing. We wanted to know what people didn't like about cruising. And that is why we made such a different cruise line.
Yeah, it is really a different cruise line. And it's not different just for the sake of being different. It's different because in some ways, there's a better way of doing things. And look, Ben went on the Greek island Glow and loved Mykonos.
Yeah, the overnights are seriously amazing. Beautiful. They really are. To get to see a port, especially special places like Mykonos and Ibiza and Palma de Mallorca, to be able to experience night and day, it's a really special touch.
Yeah. And Big Papa, you did the XL sea terrace, and the bigger bathroom makes all the difference. So, folks, if you're looking for, admittedly, the bathrooms are, let's say they're efficient. The bathrooms are very efficient. And actually, the shower itself has plenty of room.
Ergonomically, the shower feels a lot bigger.
It feels bigger than it really is. I think it's because the rain head is up above you instead of like you got to back up to get out of the way. Yeah. But if you want a larger bathroom, that is where the XL sea terrace comes in, because the bathroom is now horizontal. It's larger. It's
I love the XL sea terrace. There's not a whole lot of them, so you have to jump on that quickly.
Right.
And I will say that for couples or friends that are sharing and they want the bigger bathroom, sometimes it's worth it for a shorter sailing, but it's really worth it on the longer sailings.
Yeah, it can definitely be worth it.
Because those 4 and 5 nights go by so quick, honey. You are showering and out of there so quick.
Deborah, you have a cruise booked in December. How do you see what's included with the package? You should see it in your app. You should see like Sailor Loot listed or Bar Tab listed. And then does VB offer the last minute upgrade? Yeah, you will get an email about a month before the cruise, maybe a month and a half before the cruise, with the bidding upgrades. If you want to do that. Rebecca and I actually did that for Thanksgiving. We were originally in an inside and we bid on a Central Sea Terrace and we ended up getting it. So
can I give a little inside scoop on that?
Ooh, okay. Inside scoop. Everybody tune in.
So the sea terrace category is about 80% of our cabins. So you have a lot better chance getting an upgrade to something in a sea terrace, whether that's a central or an extra large or versus a suite. We only have 78 suites on board. Right. So it is kind of hard. And then the other thing is let's say you miss the email for level upgrade. You can always ask at the port as well, because you can upgrade at the port.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of people don't know that.
Philip, can you get married on VV? Interesting question, because you don't technically have a marriage department yet.
But if you work with someone like Walter, we can make it happen. Our wedding program is coming, but I've had at least 4 successful marriages that I helped first mates with, weddings on board. So yeah, there's some loopholes, but yeah, you can get married on VV.
Absolutely, yeah. Or we can even arrange it, where you're going to do a destination wedding as part of the cruise. So while they don't have it totally involved, you work with me, I work with Tamika, I work with the amazing first mates department. And yeah, we can absolutely set something up. What do you recommend for somebody who has never cruised? Well, obviously Virgin Voyages would be, it's going to spoil you for life. So yeah, Well, here's the biggest thing that I recommend, P-Dub, is work with a travel advisor. I mean, that is the best advice I can give you. Whether it's me or one of my many other colleagues out there, work with a travel advisor, because the most important thing is to get you on the right ship, get you on the right itinerary, and then put you in the right place on the ship so that you have the best chance of enjoying your first cruise. Because if you don't, if you're not on the right ship, you're not on the right itinerary, you're going to be, oh yeah, I went on a cruise and I hated it. But you didn't give yourself a fair shake. So work with a travel advisor. Certainly, anybody watching this, you can reach out to where'swaltertravel.com. Our services are 100% free. We are a top 100 first mate with Virgin Voyages. We're very proud of that. And Tamika's a huge part of that. I want to let everybody know that I met Tamika before I made one sale with Virgin Voyages. And I was shocked that she took the time out of her day. We met locally. We live in the same area. So we met locally. And she wanted to work out a plan with me. Okay, here's how we're going to work together. Remember, I hadn't even made a sale yet. And she's working with me at that point. So it's not like, Tamika jumped on and went, oh, hey, he's a successful agent, I'm going to start working with him. She's been working with me since before I even had a sale. Yes. So that's why I love her so much. That's why she is my favorite. And so she's always here to help out.
So, and I can also add for people who have never cruised, just because I have friends that have never cruised and they went on Virgin Voyages for the first time, we have a significant part of our demographic of people that have never cruised before. And what draws them to our brand is it's not what it's everything that they don't like about traditional cruising. So, I might be a little bit biased, but first time cruisers is a big demographic on Virgin Voyages and love sailing with us.
Well, you guys make it so easy. You take away a lot of, the drinks package, the dining package, the this package, the that package. Like all the packages are just gone. Okay. The only thing that's there is a bar tab.
Yeah.
That's it. You come on the ship, you don't have to worry about, is this drink $15 or less? Is it included? Is this drink $10 or less?
And if Rebecca, don't get mad at me, but if Walter and I are sharing a cabin and I have a bar tab or I want to buy a bar tab and he doesn't want to, you don't have to. We can actually share a bar tab if we're in the same cabin. Right. So we're, even the beverages, a lot of times on other cruise lines, if you want to drink something other than an unsweetened iced tea and unsweetened lemonade, you got to buy a package and both people have to buy it. So there's none of that on Virgin Voyages. No, it's
the sodas and all of that. So I think you would be fun to cruise with.
I am fun.
I think you would be so much fun to cruise with. I would love it so much. And by the way, I see some people are asking questions about other cruise lines. Again, out of respect to Tamika, she is here with us for a while. We are talking about Virgin Voyages right now. Maybe towards the end of the show, I will talk about some of the other cruise lines. But right now, we're talking all Virgin Voyages with Tamika. If you are new to the channel, I'm Walter, your independent travel advisor, where'swaltertravel.com. You can click my logo. That will take you to a link to contact us. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, there are links down in the description. Our services are 100% free. You can set up a time on our calendar. I give you a call. We talk about what your needs are, and then we go ahead and set you up with a cruise. It's that easy. Gigi it's going to be her 40th in October, so she's looking at BB. Oh, great place to celebrate a birthday.
Gigi, can I give you a little bit of advice? All things celebrations with Virgin Voyages is amazing. So that milestone birthday will be epic on Virgin Voyages. And if you want to bring some friends, Walter can help you. Our groups, we call them circles. And it takes 10 cabins to make a circle, and there are perks with it. So Gigi, grab those friends, get them on board with you, get 10 cabins, work with Walter. Let's curate this experience. You only turn 40 once, and then you guys can get some extra perks too.
And notice she said cabins. She didn't say 10 double occupancy cabins. It's 10 cabins because they know that they have solo cabins. And the solo cabins count.
They do.
It's really nice. So do I recommend the Barcelona cruise for Americans? Why not? Absolutely. I've sent so many over there. Oh my gosh.
I did Barcelona last year. Who's this person? Caprison.
05.
You will never regret it. It is so amazing. And to be a little inside information, our Barcelona cruises are going to have the best deals this year. We're going to have our best deals on Barcelona cruises.
So there you go. So you just heard it directly from Tamika. And Jada Kathy's asking, can you expand on the Mediterranean ports you visited? So you were the one who went to the Mediterranean. So tell us about it.
So I went out of Barcelona. So anything that you are doing Mediterranean, you want to arrive at least a day before, guys. At least.
Time change.
So it was not only the time change, but if anything happens with your flight, a lot of those flights are once a day and you're done. So got to spend a whole day in Barcelona. The food is great there. And then we went, our first stop was Marseille, France.
Okay.
Did an amazing winery tour there. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. We didn't have to be back on the ship till 8 p.m. Then our next day we were in Cannes.
Oh, that must be amazing.
Walter, listen. If I didn't work for Virgin Voyages and a travel advisor had sent me on this sailing, I would come back to my travel advisor for a land and say, I want to go back and stay here for 5 days, here for 10 days, because it is such a great introduction to all of these amazing places, and it makes you want to stay longer. So we did Cannes. We didn't have to be back on the ship until 9 p.m. that day. Then we did an overnight in Palma de Mallorca. So we docked at 6 p.m. in Palma and took off 6 p.m. the next day. So went out, had dinner, did shopping the next day. And then we also had an overnight in Ibiza. Same thing. Arrived at 6 and left 6 the next day, and then back to Barcelona. So yeah, that was pretty amazing.
That's pretty. User 618, why box lunches? So you must be talking about the grab and go. That's the only box things on the entire ship. Everything else is made pretty much fresh
and it's
to order.
Recycled plastic too. So it's
and that's good. Big Papa did the Adriatic Gems. Oh wow. On Resilient Lady's second sail.
I am so jealous. Resilient. I can't wait to
I want to see Resilient. I do want to see Resilient.
Go on the other side of the pond for that one.
I know. Well, I gotta go. Cousin Leroy, Michael, you've seen a bungee workout that looked pretty cool. Yeah, that thing where they run. I think
it's hard.
I think I would just go flinging back to the wall.
Listen, it's a real workout. We make it look fun and easy, but you will feel it. Yeah.
Arthur, thank you for the love. Appreciate it. What do I recommend for a first-time solo? Again, Virgin Voyages, absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah, especially solo.
Doc, you're absolutely right. It feels like you're on a luxury yacht with your friends. So here's one of the big things about the Virgin Voyages ships. They don't have that big 3, 4, 5-story atrium. Like, wow, look at that big atrium, which is a big waste of space, if I'm being totally honest. It looks pretty, but think of all the stuff they could do if they actually had decks where that space is. So Virgin Voyages, pretty much all of the decks are almost a single story. So the ship feels so much smaller than it really. It's a big ship, but it just feels like a more intimate setting. And there is seating everywhere just to hang out.
Okay.
So it really does feel like a luxury yacht, and I'm sure that was by design. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. Cheryl, when you book a cruise for Virgin, do you have to pay in full at the time of booking? No, it's just like any other cruise line. You put a deposit down, it's 20%, and then it's 120 days.
Yeah, so if you book inside of 120 days, you have to pay in full.
Yes, you do. If you pay inside, just like any other cruise line, once you're inside final payment, you do have to pay.
I agree with that next one.
The water pressure, excellent water pressure in the showers, and nice heat too. Nice hot showers.
Yeah, it's like adjustable.
It's like you just don't want to get out of the shower. You're just standing in there going, oh, this is so nice. Yeah. And if you're in a Rockstar suite, holy crap.
Oh, the peekaboo.
No, you don't want to get out of that at all. I'm peekaboo.
Peekaboo shower.
We are definitely not sharing a Rockstar. Let's see what else we got. It's their private karaoke on Valiant. Oh, yay. Yes.
The groupie.
The groupie is one of my favorite spots on a ship. The groupie.
Yes.
I don't do public karaoke, but put me in that room. In fact, there's a video of me on YouTube singing Barry Manilow, the whole song. So if you really want to hear what I sound like singing, you watch it on repeat.
So can I just tell you guys, the first time I ever did groupie, I was sailing with a friend. It was my only personal sailing, and we met a bunch of friends on board. Yeah. So we thought going to the groupie would be this great idea. We were in there for 2 hours. We laughed till we cried. And when we left, we all had to go to the galley to drink hot tea because we had no voice. Because we were like screaming. We weren't even singing. We were just screaming.
It is just fun. Like,
so much
karaoke,
fun.
you're sitting there watching other people. It's fun for a little bit. And then after a while, you're like, I'm done. You do it by yourself in the little, and they have 4 different rooms. So, the smaller to larger. I think the big room could probably hold maybe 15 or 20 people in it.
I think it holds 16.
16?
But listen, we could push a little bit extra.
So you can have a little fun, in there. It's a lot of fun. Is there an all red night on? Yeah, you're talking about Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is on every ship, right?
Scarlet Night and the Pajama Party on every ship. Pajama Party is the first night of every sailing, and Scarlet Night just depends.
Here.
Yeah.
Of a lot of the things. Oops, I kind of messed it up a little bit. But you've got a bunch of stuff going on all the ships. The one I want you to explain, because I get a lot of questions about this, and even I can't explain. The Wee Fancy Party. What exactly is the Wee Fancy Party?
The Wee Fancy Party is my favorite. Okay, so the Wee Fancy Party is all things gold and glitter and fabulous. And the performances, so it's in the manor, but the performances are like in the middle of the dance floor.
Okay.
And they come like, you hear like a sound, and then all of a sudden they just pop out of nowhere and they start performing. But I had the most epic outfit for that. I got these like gold glittery pants, and they give you like these fans, and it is so much fun. You haven't done Wee Fancy.
I haven't done it yet. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so Wee Fancy is so cool. I mean, it was, when I did that, it became one of my favorites. Just because everybody just kind of, you see all the gold and the glitter.
Yeah.
And I love that the performance is not on a stage. So you could just like be in it, Yeah.
And the manor is a very cool vibe.
Yeah.
It's a very cool
and you know what, guys? If you go on Virgin and you don't take a picture in the hallway going into the manor, you haven't been on a Virgin Voyage. That's like your passport stamp that you've been on.
Yeah, and even, a lot of you are like, oh, I don't party. You at least got to go in there and just get the picture taken.
And everybody knows the deal, right? Because they say that's the most Instagrammable space on the ship.
Really
so take your time. People will wait for you to get your photos. You got to get that photo.
Exactly. Roberta, absolutely 100%. Does Virgin Voyages have solo cabins so you don't have to pay for 2 people? Absolutely. You have the solo insider and you have the solo sea view. And what I love about the solo sea view, you can sit up in that window. Yeah. It's a big round porthole. You can pop yourself up in the window. And you have, there are a couple that are kind of triangular shaped cabins that are up in the front that are actually kind of cool with solo sea view. And on occasion, Virgin will run a no solo supplement on sea terraces, usually over in the Mediterranean. So they will have those on occasion. But yeah, you can sail solo anytime you want on Virgin Voyages because they do cater to solos.
Read the rest of the question, though.
Are you having a group this Thanksgiving? We haven't decided. Yes, probably, but we haven't decided. Yeah, I know. We probably should go back on. If
Rebecca's over there like scratching her. She's like, oh my God, how are we going to do this?
We have so many groups going right now. But what we do love, the best thing about the group is actually getting to meet you guys. That was so amazing. Sure. Our dear friend Mindy at Mindy Travels and Adventures, she just posted a Thanksgiving video from Valiant. So thank you so much for doing that. It was a lot of fun. So.
Can I just answer this one right here on YouTube? Tamika,
what
is your favorite
I'm so
bite?
sorry. I missed that. So Aaron, Tamika, what is your favorite bite on BB?
I have a lot of favorite bites, but one bite changed my life.
Oh.
You want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's the crispy artichoke at Extra Virgin.
Right?
It changed my life. Rebecca, do you love that?
She has had it.
I have had it 3 times. Well, one time it wasn't as good as the others. But
she liked it.
It was amazing.
So I now order 2 at a time because the one is just not enough. And I learned how to cut it down the middle so that it's easier to eat. But the crispy artichoke at Extra Virgin is definitely my favorite bite on board.
Really?
It is. It changed my life.
Boy, it's so hard. The best thing that I have eaten on Virgin Voyages so far was on Thanksgiving, and it was the steak in Extra Virgin, believe it or not.
The steak in Extra Virgin is amazing. Do you know that I had on my sailing in November, I ate at the galley one day, and they must have had like a Moroccan or Indian theme.
by the
Dine
and Dash.
Curry chickpeas with basmati rice. It was so good.
Yeah, if you haven't sailed BB in a while, something new that they've added in the Dine and Dash area, there's like some sort of a special in there. And a lot of times it's Indian food. So good, so good. Huh?
For dinner.
I had it for lunch.
Yeah, she had it for lunch.
I had it for lunch. We had a break between our meetings because we were on our sales meeting sailing. And we went up there and I was the first person to bring it to my table. And then everybody went back up and got it.
Yeah, and I think I saw it during our short sailing too. They may have had it for lunch too. But and then the other thing, also in extra virgin, the oxtail pasta.
Oh God!
People, you got to order
The
that.
pork
It's
cheeks are delicious.
freaking believable.
So if you're gonna have guys, when you do extra virgin, don't eat for like 5 hours before.
Oh, exactly.
Because you want everything down to the dessert, you can order everything, anything.
Yeah, and that charcuterie board that they're going to bring out is ridiculous. When they bring down, and by the way, if you have like Rebecca does not eat meat. So you can tell them before they bring it out. They'll actually bring out 2 small boards, meat on one board, cheese on the other board. So there's no mixing, crossing of the streams, if you will. Yeah, so they'll absolutely do that. What is the process if you're going to go back-to-back on VV cruises? It's super simple. I just simply check a box that says you're going on back-to-back cruises so that the crew knows. And what I do is I'll go in there, and if you want the same cabin on both cruises, I'll make sure that we get you the same cabin. Or maybe you're going to do a sea terrace on one, you're going to do a Rockstar on the other, just to see the differences. So yeah, absolutely.
And the other thing is, so when you finish your first sailing, you get instructions the night before to meet in a special area. You come down after everybody has disembarked. Disembarkation is the easiest at Virgin Voyages, by the way. Then you stay in this holding area. We bring you back through a shortcut. We get you checked back in, and you're right back.
Right back on the ship.
So it's really quick and easy. And back-to-back sailings are becoming very popular. They have been for the past year. So for those of you that don't think that we have enough 7 nights, do a back-to-back.
Yeah, you do 9 nights, 9 or 10 nights.
There you go.
Very easily, very easily. Hey, Mrs. Jai, you're going to be traveling to Barcelona. What are some good excursions or things to do in Barcelona besides the Safata? What was it?
I didn't do that because I didn't have enough time. But let me say this about Barcelona. Barcelona is very known for pickpocketing. And so
a lot of Europe is, by the way.
But Barcelona is specifically one of those target places. So everyone at our hotels, at our eateries that we ate at, we're very conscious of that. So if like we left our phone, they would be like, just pick up your phone. So with Barcelona, definitely fanny pack across the front of the chest, because your whole trip will be ruined if you get pickpocketed. But I didn't do a whole lot of excursion per se with Barcelona. I'm the type of person, I just like to go out and kind of walk and be like a local, eat at the local spots. I went shopping, great shopping in Barcelona, guys. A good thing my bag was slightly underweight when I got there, because I definitely left overweight. The shopping in all of those ports are amazing. So, but Barcelona has some really, there's good time to do pre or post. And also I hear that it's very worth going to Madrid because Madrid is beautiful as well. So work with Walter. He can definitely help you out with that. Depends on what your cup of tea is.
Yeah, and we can put together land tours with the cruise and all of that. How last minute can you book a VV cruise? 48 hours in advance is when everything is closed due to Coast Guard regulation, because they have to. But that doesn't mean you can book right up to 48 hours. Some of the cruises will close like a week out, maybe 2 weeks out. So as long as the cruise is open, 48 hours would be the absolute closest you could book it, depending on how much room is still left on the ship. So good morning, Cabin Life. How are you? Rockstar cheeky rooms include the alcohol. Yes, you get a full bar. First round, a full bar. If you go on to TikTok or YouTube, I have a tour of the Cheeky Corner Suite with our bar. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. How much is a couple's cruise? Well, that all depends on the itinerary, when you sail, and which cabin you get. So just reach out. We'll help you to figure that out. How to handle travel warning to Jamaica, solo traveler with a cruise plan. Great question. So as with everything else, if you're going to go to Jamaica by yourself, make sure that if you're going to go outside, so when you go to a cruise port, that is secure. That area is secure. So if there is a shopping or shops or anything like that in that secure area, you're okay to get off the ship and just go in there, because that is fully protected. Once you leave the gates, I would recommend that you be with a shore excursion or you be with a group of people. Don't go wandering around on your own with no plan, and that's true of any port. I don't care which one you're going to. Going to St. Martin, don't go walking around by yourself. Doesn't matter. Have a plan in place and have a group of people. Now, if you totally do not feel comfortable, make it a ship day, because when everybody leaves the ship, guess what? You've got the spa to yourself. You've got the ship to yourself. You're going to get discounts at the spa usually. the ship is still running. So there's no rule that says you must get off the ship.
And I went to Jamaica during a travel advisory, and I did not feel unsafe in any way. I mean, I was with a local, but I still did not feel unsafe in any way. So I agree with Walter, but I'm just, I just think that sometimes those travel advisories, sometimes they're more scary than what actually is happening in the countries.
And keep in mind too, it's all of Jamaica, right? Right. The warning's about all of Jamaica. And sometimes, like, if you really look at the warning, it is a specific area.
Yeah.
Like when all the warning came out about Mexico, it had nothing to do with Cozumel or Costa Maya, like the port areas. It had to do with other areas of the country. So always look at that carefully, and just know that if you are uncomfortable, just don't get off the ship or don't leave the port area. That port area is secure. It's like going to an airport. That port area is secure. So in that area, you're good. Catherine says the BB cruises were the best of her life. That is so awesome. You're doing the Med in October. Yes. That's awesome. Doc talking about the specials in the galley. Love it. 82 days until your next cruise. That's so awesome. Have a great time. Hi, Kath. How are you? Doc did the back-to-back for Christmas and New Year's Eve.
That's epic.
On the Valiant Lady. And my God, I saw some of the footage from that New Year's Eve party.
So, as adults, we are kind of almost programmed that holidays are not about us. They're about our children and families and stuff. But more and more coming through COVID, people are like, I want to do something different for the holidays. And it is Halloween is epic on Virgin Voyages. Absolutely epic.
Halloween is, yes.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, this year was better than last year. Every year we're getting so much better at we did have holiday decorations. We recognize that there's people that celebrate all kinds of things. So we are very conscious of that on board. But I think that, if you are an empty nester or you really want to do something different, and it's not about the gifts or the traditions, and it's about, doing something different with your time, a holiday on Virgin Voyage is game changing.
It is. And I am connected with your gentleman who schedules all of the music acts on LinkedIn. In fact, he's agreed to come on one of our shows. I can't wait to meet him. He does an amazing job booking these acts, and the party that I saw on New Year's Eve on both of your ships, the Scarlet and I didn't see Resilient, but I saw Valiant and Scarlet, looked absolutely just off the hook.
And then all you got to do is make it back to your cabin.
That's it. That's all you got to do at the end of the night is make it back to the cabin.
You don't have to worry about Uber or driving or anything.
Silver Librarian, we're not dismissing any of these quote unquote high level warning. It's just, look, I've been cruising for 20 years. We have been cruising with warnings for 20 years. So you take a look at what it says, and then you look very carefully at what the warning specifically is. Like Tamika just said, when you go to Barcelona, when you go to Rome, you got pickpockets everywhere. That is well known that there are pickpockets everywhere.
So put travel advisories on that.
There's no travel advisories for that. So it's not that we're ignoring that. It's just you have to understand what they mean and what they mean for you to go travel. Doesn't mean that it's completely unsafe for you to go take a cruise. No, it doesn't mean it's completely unsafe. It means you have to be aware of your surrounding and prepare for it. It doesn't mean be scared for your life, stop traveling, because honestly, there are so many warnings out there right now that you would just stay at home. If you listen to all of them. I mentioned it at the top of the show. Grand Turk is one of the ones that has a warning, and everybody's going to Grand Turk. So you have to really pay attention. Like, what is your comfort level? If it makes you uncomfortable to travel, do not. Don't
That's
go.
what I was going to say.
Don't go. Or if you don't want to get off in Jamaica, just stay on the ship and enjoy the ship, because the ship will be absolutely lovely. So it's not that we're dismissing it. We're taking our, me, I've been cruising for 20 years. I don't know how long you've been cruising, traveling. So
very long time.
So it's like everywhere else. Be absolutely 100% aware of your surroundings. Stay in groups if you're uncomfortable, and booking an actual shore excursion through the cruise line is the safest way to get about in some of these ports. So that's that. Rhonda, you still concerned about dinner reservations? Your app works before boarding in the port area. As soon as you can get on the ship Wi-Fi. Now, sometimes you can get on ship Wi-Fi in the terminal. Sometimes it doesn't work until you actually cross onto the ship. But the moment you're on the ship's Wi-Fi, that's when you can start making your dinner reservations You can also go to, what is it, the individual restaurants, or you go to one place?
So you can go to Sailor Services. We have a specific dining queue where you can actually do that. Now you know what the shows are and all that good stuff, and someone can help you. You can also, we also have space for walk-ups sometimes. The first night is tough, I'll be honest. The first night is tough, but you know, like Pink Agave, Extra Virgin, you can sit at the bar and eat, or you can go up to the eatery and say, hey, I don't have a reservation. Is there a time that I can come back and possibly eat? And they might say to you, yeah, come back at 9 o'clock. So sometimes the best time to hit those eateries, if you do not have a reservation, is right when they open, because they know what the night looks like. So
exactly. And you know, even on our sold out sailing, we saw people walking up, and you know, it might be 9 o'clock at night, but hey, that's what the gallery's for.
Have some pizza.
Yeah, have some pizza. Go to the gallery.
You can go to the dock.
Oh yeah,
right? Dock in the dock house.
We haven't even talked about that OPA hour. You guys added OPA hour. Oh my God, guys. So our go-to when we get on a Virgin voyage is usually we drop off our bags because your cabin's open the moment you get on the ship. We drop the bags off, go straight to the dock, do not pass go, get some drinks, and then start ordering tapas because they're amazing. But now you have OPA hour, which is Mediterranean tapas in the evening.
The hummus is so good.
They're so good.
It is. All the food is good though. And I think that's the big difference with, you know, when you have food that's freshly prepared versus bulk food for buffets, right? The other thing is we are very particular about the ingredients that we use. So like one time I remember the squid was not available at the dock house, and I was pissed. I was pissed. Okay. But when we got to the next port, it was then available. We're not going to substitute and do a lower, you know, a lower quality, right? A lower quality calamari or squid just to give you something. We're going to stick with what we know. So yeah, I do think that the food is amazing. It's really good. Board. Yeah.
And Joy is saying that she loved the chickpea curry as well. Good to see you, Joy.
Hi, Joy. See, the chickpea curry was so good.
Really good.
It was real, and I'm Caribbean, and I thought it was good. So see, Joy, in Trinidad, we would say curry chickpeas. And chickpea, that's the difference sometimes. We switch it. But yes, I agree. It was delicious.
I loved it.
And the shrimp skewers.
Doc is talking about the lamb kebabs. I mean, seriously, those are ridiculous. And then, you know, Brant tried Gun Bay for the first time. Made your reservation for 45 days out. Can I just say this about Gun Bay? Gun Bay is a Korean barbecue. I think it is the best first night dinner because they seat you with other people and you get to meet some other folks on the ship. It's a fabulous way to just relax and meet people and really get into the Virgin spirit, I think.
And we play drinking games. We have like these K-pop drinks and disco balls.
I had that.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
You know the old school pop rocks that you used to put in your mouth and well, we have a drink with that. I
yes, it is.
But yeah, but Gun Bay is also a process, right? So you're going to be there for at least 2 hours.
Right.
But it's worth it. It's delicious. I
It's
love
really
that.
good.
What's
The short
little
ribs.
fry? Oh yeah.
Short ribs are my favorite.
But like the little fried
little fried
chicken.
pancakes that they the fried chicken.
Oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's like an appetizer. It's so I ordered 2 of those too.
And those little like patties that they make too.
Don't judge me over there.
Peanut gallery.
I've never had them.
Yeah. She doesn't eat meat, so they're.
But as not eating meat, don't you feel like you still had a lot of options to eat on board?
Yeah.
So, you know, the very first time I went on Virgin Voyages, myself and my colleague, shout out to Angela Garner in Tampa. She's a vegan.
Oh, right.
And she was worried. Like, you know, we talk about all of these experiences, but what is it like when you first get on board? And she was just so blown away with the amount of options that she had, especially a test kitchen with the substitutions that she could get. And she just felt like out of all the cruises she had ever cruised with, she had the most options. She did not feel like she had to eat bread and salad the whole time. Right. Yeah.
There are a lot of options on there. Now, Tamika, you've been here almost 90 minutes.
Okay. What are you?
Are you good? You still good to keep talking?
Guys, did you witness this? Like he just tried to throw me off
I'm just making sure you're still good.
Yes. Okay.
You're still good to hang out for a bit?
Yeah. I think we should go over the offer again because
we should go over the offer again.
Because
we absolutely
just
should.
so that people who just joined us know that from today through February 12th for our Sea Terrace cabins, we have this amazing. So let's talk about the offer first. It's 65% off of the second sailor and up to $500 in free drinks. So for 14 nights or more, Sea Terrace category only, it's $500 in bar tab per cabin. 7 to 13 nights is going to give you $250 in bar tab per cabin. 5 and 6 nights, $150, and 4 nights, $100. You can also add bar tab in $100 increments and get a bonus. But if you book with the Where's Walter by February 12th, we're going to give you some sailor loot, which is different than bar tab. Sailor loot you can spend on anything on board. $50 per cabin for an insider or sea view. So you solos that want that solo sea view will give you $50. Sea Terrace cabins are going to get $100 in sailor loot, and our Rockstar, Mega Rockstar is going to give you $200 in sailor loot. So if you have been on the fence about Virgin Voyages, this is the person that can help you. He can answer any questions. He can give you a special offer. And you said you had a couple of My Next Virgin
I still have some My Next Virgin Voyages. So
now the My Next Virgin Voyages is not combinable with this offer of the 50, 100, or 200 because you're going to get 600 in sailor loot. So either way you book with Walter, take advantage by February 12th. I'm going to be honest, Walter, I don't even know if we'll have anything included for bar tab for March. So if bar tab is something that is interesting to you and you want it, you got to book in February.
Right. So
just keeping it real, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
And Kathy, I'm sorry, did I miss a question from Kathy, Rebecca? Kathy, I didn't see the question. So if you want to throw it back up in there, so sorry. I did not see it, but if you want to throw it back in there. So really, like it's an amazing offer. I've got the My Next Virgin Voyage. So that is $300 up front. That goes towards your deposit. You get $300 off a cruise fare. So whatever cruise fare you see, it's going to be $300 off of that. Plus, we're going to drop in $600 of onboard credit. $600, people. And that's anything.
I'm going to the spa with $600.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I'm probably going to buy a bunch of old fashions. That's what I'm going to do.
Maybe it got deleted because of the...
Kathy, if you're trying to ask the question using the word virgin, it will not show up. Use VB. A reminder to everybody on TikTok. If you use the word virgin, that is not us. It makes no sense to me because Virgin Voyages is a big part of TikTok right now. You have to use the initials VV to see that. So yeah. Can you use the MNVV with the 65% off? Yes.
Absolutely. It is combinable.
It is
Great
combinable.
question. Cousin Leroy. Cousin Leroy's been on for a while. He must be interested.
So what's really great about Michael, he was our very first booking ever.
You are special.
Yeah, they are. In fact, it brought tears to my eyes when the cruise finally happened. They were not on VB, they were on another cruise line, but literally we had been open for about a week, and Michael reaches out with his mom.
Has Michael sailed Virgin?
Not yet, but that's
Michael, what are you waiting for already?
He's been waiting for some longer itineraries in the Caribbean. That's what he's
Give him one back to back.
Yeah, But yeah, he's already got an MNVB though.
All right.
So he's ready to go.
But for the best deals of the year, just so that you guys know, the cruise industry, we have something called wave season. It's from January to March. It's the best time of the year to buy any cruises because this is when we premiere our best prices. So Michael, it's time. It's time, Michael.
Right. And look, he's got, Doc has got 6 of them, the MNVBs.
He really likes Virgin Voyages. Thank you, Doc.
Yes. So what about purses and carrying them on excursions or fanny packs? Well, that's what you were just talking about, the over the front fanny packs.
Yeah, I'm a fanny pack type of girl. I don't, especially with excursions, when things falling out of your pockets and stuff, it's just easier to have that fanny pack. A lot of people, if they don't do a fanny pack, a lot of women, they just do like a messenger bag or like a over the shoulder bag as well.
Sure.
But I'll be honest, I've sailed 15 times. I have never once felt unsafe.
Mhm.
Whether I was doing an excursion on my own. The other thing is, guys, in true transparency, like our short things get booked really quick too. So and the reason why we don't have a huge amount of short things is because we're a very green vessel, and the suppliers that we use have to meet certain requirements and be in line with the things that are of value to us. And so there's not a lot of people out there that care about that. So I say this, like when I went to Barcelona on that sailing, there were a couple of ports that I did my own thing, and I worked with. I'm just lucky enough to have like 5,000 of Walters, not of Walters, but like travel advisors.
There's only one of me. There's nobody like me out there at all, right?
But 5,000 first mates that gave me some really good advice, some reputable companies. I did my research and curated my own experience in certain ports.
Right. And that's one of the things that we do for our clients. I mean, it is one of the parts of being an independent travel advisory, right? So we love Virgin Voyages, and we will, show you the pros and cons of everything. But one of the things is, with the short thing, there are limited things that you can book through Virgin Voyages because they have very strict standards that you have to meet, and not everybody can meet those standards out there. If you just don't see something with them, then we can help advise you to go find some other things to do, because there are lots of things to do in many of these ports.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I think I'm going to go, but I want to answer Aaron Ross's question. My must-order cocktail.
I'm so sorry, Aaron. I missed that. So the must-order cocktail. I know what mine is, but what's yours?
Mine is the Entertainer at On the Rocks.
Really? I missed that one.
Walter, you gotta come on already. It's the best. It is vodka based. It has like a peach puree. They float champagne on top. There's like these burnt orange, whatever you call those things that they throw on top. And just one of them, you can definitely feel.
Really?
You can get it shaken or stirred as well. So that is my favorite cocktail. And then at Bimini, of course, I said it was the Frosé.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the Nutty Old Fashioned in Test Kitchen. It's just freaking believable.
Have you had the Old Fashioned from the Red Bar?
Not from the Red Bar, no, but I've had it in Razzle Dazzle when it was the popcorn Old Fashioned as well. That was a lot of fun.
So you're an Old Fashioned guy.
I'm totally an Old Fashioned. That is how I measure every ship.
Oh.
Because it's such a simple drink, but it's easy to mess it up.
Yeah.
But it's a class.
Now
but when you get
guys.
it right. Yeah, but when you get, they know. They've seen all my videos comparing Old Fashions and all the ships. But that Nutty Old Fashioned in the Test Kitchen is just
the Test Kitchen is the whole experience as well.
It's a fun experience. It's a really fun experience.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with you guys for a bit longer.
He can talk about those other cruise lines.
But I will. I'll stay with you guys for a bit longer to answer some more questions. But Tamika, you are the best. You are the absolute best.
You guys are the best. And what a great turnout for a Sunday morning.
I know. So, this is why we love doing Sunday mornings.
And if you're not watching live, again, thank you guys for joining and listening and the support of this top 100 first mate. You guys are just as a big part of his success as you say that I am to your success. So thank you for all the support. I hope that if you have not sailed Virgin Voyages, that is on your bucket list and you help Walter
be on
get you to check that off.
Absolutely check that out.
All right.
So yay. Say hey to your dad for me.
I will.
And yay.
Have
Thanks again for coming. Yay. How awesome is that, right? So this is why I love what I do, because I get to work with amazing people like Tamika and all the other awesome advisors at all of our and all the reps at the various cruise lines. So yes, now I will answer some questions on some of the other cruise lines as well that I haven't been answering, because again, I wanted to be respectful to Tamika with Virgin Voyages. And if you've not been on Virgin Voyages, what are you waiting for? You really need to get on there. Hold on, I'm going to pull my chair up a little bit more. Rebecca, you want the microphones now? Probably not. I'm just going to put them over here. Okay, folks. So somebody was just asking, have we been on the Vista? We have not been on the Vista, the Carnival Vista, no, but we have been on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Absolutely amazing. We've had a bunch of clients go on the Vista, the Panorama, the Horizon. They have absolutely loved those ships. Betty Sims, do you have to wait until you get on the ship to use the loot, or can you book excursions before the cruise and use the loot? You must, with Virgin Voyages, you have to wait till you're on board the ship to use it. Yeah. And that is, it's kind of a bummer with the shore thing because they're somewhat limited, right? And they could run out of slots before you get on board. But you do have to wait until you get on board with Virgin Voyages to use the Sailor Loot. So yeah. To the person who wants to work for Virgin Voyages, I know that you can go on the LinkedIn. Virgin Voyages is on LinkedIn, so you can probably find them there and ask some question as well. M. Fox, seems like you really enjoyed the Oceana Serena. Holy crap, did we ever enjoy the Oceana Serena? In fact, I have more videos. I started working on the food tour last night. So the Oceana Serena, what's interesting about it, it is a similar experience to Virgin Voyages, just in the sense that it's nearly all-inclusive. So all of your food, your Wi-Fi, your soft drinks, your beer, wine, and champagne with lunch and dinner. You get shore excursion credit, up to $1,600 to spend on your shore excursion, depending on the length of the cruise. The one thing that's not included is are the gratuities. But like we have a group cruise set up right now for Alaska. We're going on the Oceana Riviera. That's 1,250 passengers. We sail June 26, 2025. The gratuities and the drinks package upgrade is included. So what that allows you to do is get a drink anytime you want, not just at lunch and dinner. So that's really amazing too. Amber, you sent me an email last night. Yay. If you're the one who sent me an email and asked me for a quote back, we have to get on a call. I do not just simply send quotes to anybody. If you reach out to me and say, hey, Walt, can you just send me a price on such and such? I won't do that because we have to talk first. And I got to get some more information from you. And then once I talk to you, then we can go ahead and start pulling up some quotes. But that's the one thing that I will not do for anybody who reaches out to me and said, hey, I just want to contact via email or just send me a price. We got to get on the phone before we can, because that's part of the process of making sure that we get you on the right ship at the right time. Aaron, can the Sailor Loot be used for the famous Tomahawk? Absolutely. The Sailor Loot can be used for anything. And in fact, our friend George did that. On that Scarlet Lady food tour that I did on our very first time on Scarlet Lady, George ordered that $65 tomahawk steak. It was amazing. Now, do you need to order it? No. But yes, your Sailor Loot can be used in the restaurants. You can get a tattoo with it. You can get I used it for a haircut and some other things. So what you got?
A few of the past questions.
Oh, some of the past questions. So if y'all are still tuned in, Rebecca has written down all the questions that you can.
Not all.
Well, some of the questions that folks have been asking. So, but yeah, yes, you can use the Sailor Loop for anything. And again, if you reach out to us, we really do need to have a one-on-one phone call or a video chat, whichever is more convenient for you. I can price things right on the phone in real time if you'd like, but that's part of the process. We need to talk. I am not just a wholesale. If you just need a price, then go to one of those wholesale, cheapy cruise sites, which, by the way, I get the same prices that they do. They advertise, oh, hey, the cruises are really super cheap here. I get the same prices. All they're doing is not showing you the port fees and taxes until you get in to the actual cruise. So what's going on with the Sun Princess? We really don't know at the moment. So the Sun Princess, of course, was delayed for her first sailing. In fact, we just saw that the Oceana Allura is also going to be delayed for her first couple of sailing. That's all we know right now with the Sun Princess. They will give us a further announcement when they are ready. What was the question about the Carnival Private Island? Have I seen it, or?
They just hear there's one coming.
Yeah, so Celebration Key, the new private island from Carnival. Of course, it's going to get all kinds of comparisons to Coco Cay from Royal Caribbean. All we know is that it's going to, we're going to have different portals, as they're calling it, which is kind of interesting because that's what they're doing here at Epic Universe. It's going to be all portals at the new theme park. There's going to be different areas for people to go to. I'm actually reaching out to my Carnival rep this week to see if we can't do a Thursday night live with her and maybe talk a little bit more about Celebration Key. But we know that there's going to be 2 ships at a time. Keep in mind that Carnival branded ships do visit each other's islands. So I think we can fully expect to see Holland America and Princess stopping by, for example, maybe even P&O stopping by, for example. So this probably won't be just Carnival ships stopping there. You will probably see Carnival branded ships stopping there. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. Do I prefer Carnival or Royal? Yes. Let's just say that. Do I prefer Carnival or Royal? Let's just say yes. I like them both. I think they're both great cruise lines. I think But Royal Caribbean has the best shows. I mean, Royal Caribbean just puts so much money into their shows that Royal Caribbean pretty much has some of the best shows at sea. That's all there is to it. But otherwise, I think they're and nobody does fun like the Fun Squad. There's nobody does trivia, games, and all that like the Fun Squad on Carnival. But they're both great cruise lines. Both great cruise lines. Let's see. NCL. What are some of the fees? So Norwegian Cruise Line. Well, of course, you got specialty dining. You're going to have to pay for Wi-Fi. Even if you get the free at sea package, you got 150 minutes of Wi-Fi, so you're going to pay for that. You got to pay for shore excursion. Let's see. I don't know if there's any fees for anything on the ship in terms of like activity. Oh, go-karts. Go-karts, you got to pay for the go-karts for sure. Laser tag, I can't remember if that's included or a fee, so maybe. But yeah, so there are going to be a few things that you have to pay for on there. Have we traveled on Holland America? Yes, we have. We love Holland America. It's a great cruise line. We're fixing to go on the Rotterdam at some point, hoping to go on there. That is their newest ship. Holland America is one of those that we lean into for Alaska. We sent a bunch of clients up to Alaska on Holland America, as well as a huge group went out of Fort Lauderdale on the New Stottendam. Loved it. So yeah, Holland America is a great cruise line. Great cruise line. The Bliss free Wi-Fi, how is it? I do not know. There is no free Wi-Fi on the Bliss. There is the Wi-Fi that's included with the free at sea. So I don't know specifically how it is on that ship. I can tell you what, when we were on the Escape, which was our first cruise after the pandemic, it was not bad. There wasn't much of a problem with it. And Wi-Fi is getting better on all the ships. And are they going to make special lanyards for the Utopia? No idea yet. We don't know much about what they're going to be doing with the Utopia. The Utopia of the Seas coming soon, actually.
They have
really
them
soon.
for Icon, so probably.
Yeah, probably. You know, they had them on the Icon. So the Icon was, I'll tell you what, people, the Icon of the Seas, I can honestly say it is worth, if you're willing to pay what they're charging, I think it's worth what they're charging. We can get you into an inside, you know, obviously you're going to pay the same for an inside as you would for a balcony just about anywhere else. It is the brand new ship. It is the one of a kind too. But that ship is unreal. That ship is absolutely unreal. I don't know how it's going to scale up to 7,300 passengers. I can say that at 4,000 and looking at Ben and David's video at 4,900, it looks like it handled that well. I really don't know how it's going to scale up to 7,300, 7,500. That I don't know. That's the only thing. Lori, you're booked on the Enchanted Princess in June. It looks beautiful. So the Enchanted Princess is sister to the Sky Princess. She is one of the royal ship. We have a whole vlog, both here on TikTok and on YouTube, about the Sky Princess. Beautiful ships, just beautiful ship. Princess really knocked it out of the park with that design. The only one that's going to be better, I think, is the Sun Princess, the new series. Absolutely gorgeous. We had great service, great food. I love the Ocean Medallion wearable. Oh, I wish everybody, Carnival, come on. Princess has it. That's one of your brands. Just take the Ocean Medallion and turn it into the Carnival, whatever. Oh, it is so awesome. Amber, yay, thank you for booking the call. Kathleen, you're going on a Regal Princess in 3 weeks. That's fabulous. I love it. I love it. NCL charges for bingo. Everybody charges for bingo because you got to pay to play. Where do you think the pot comes from? The pot comes from everybody buying into bingo. I don't know about the deal or no deal, like if you're actually going to play the game, because there is a cash prize that comes with it. So anything where there's a cash prize, you're going to have to pay. That's why they give you those cheap little ship trophies with everything else. Brant, the arcade. I don't know what the comment is, but if you're talking about the arcade on Virgin Voyages, those are absolutely free. I love them. I love them so much. I'm going to scoot over just a little bit more. But I love the arcade on Virgin Voyages. It is so much fun. Michael, I wish they made the medallions reusable like a magic band. I think Disney bands, I think, are the only ones that are reusable on a cruise ship.
They're still only good for a few years. They will.
Yeah, they're only good for a couple of years. I'm really shocked that like Virgin Voyages really hasn't made them reusable, but they do collect them and recycle them for sure, which is great. But yeah, it would be nice if the Ocean Medallion was reusable because that would make it super simple, right?
Well, for us, not. Imagine having to reprogram all of those for the new sale.
Well, I mean, it would just be your ID. I think that's part of the problem, just having to reset them all. Hey, good morning, Jerry with a G. How are you? If you were not here earlier in the show, you missed an amazing hour and a half with Tamika, my absolute favorite person in the cruising world. Just absolutely. I said this during the show, but even before I had one sale on Virgin Voyages, and it's easy for a rep to start to like you when you become a top 100. And like she said, there's like 100,000 people selling Virgin Voyages in the United States, and I'm in the top 100. I'm somewhere in the middle. That's all I know. They don't tell you the exact number. I just know I'm somewhere in the middle. And it's easy for a rep to start, liking you then, but she liked me before we even made our first sale. She helped us come up with a plan. She helped me understand the brand, which was very important, to really understand the brand and how the brand works. And then she was really instrumental when Ben and David came to me and said, we want to do our first group cruise. I'm going to do Virgin Voyages. She was very instrumental in helping to set that up because we have 150 people going on. That's a big group by any standard. So we have 150 people going on, and Virgin Voyages has been great about it. So absolutely amazing. Brant, how do I feel about the Quantum class from Royal Caribbean? You're taking the Anthem of the Seas to Norway in June. Desperately want to sail the Quantum class. We have not sailed that Quantum class yet. I desperately want to sail. However, our dear friend Stephanie, Shauna Stef's channel, there is a link in the YouTube descriptions. I believe I've got a link to Stephanie's channel. She has a great vlog on the Odyssey, which is her sister. She said she thinks those are some of the best Royal Caribbean ships until she got on the Icon. I know the Icon blew her away last week. But I think I really want to do the bumper cars, and I really want to do the skydiving. They seem like a great class of ship. So that's what I'll say. I really, really want to go on one of them. Juju, where are we out of? We're out of Orlando, Florida. It's where we're located. Macrina, yes, there is a charge to play Carnival's Deal or No Deal. Best deal is 3 cards for $50. Thank you. Those are good for both games played in the night, otherwise 40. Well, thank you so much for that. So again, anything where there's a cash prize, yeah, they're going to charge you for it. Like Bingo with the Diva on Virgin Voyages, there is a charge to buy the cards because you're getting a cash prize back. So anytime there's a game on a cruise ship with a cash prize, you're going to have to buy into the game. Absolutely. Chris, are Rebecca and I going to try the Freedom? We're going to try it, and you're talking about the Carnival Freedom. We are going to try the Carnival Freedom. We don't know when that's going to be yet. We are in the process of getting ready to move. So this house that we have lived in for 3 years, our landlord is selling the house. So we have to be out by March. So you're going to see a complete change behind me in the next few months. We actually have a nice dining room space that we've already earmarked. That's going to be my set. So we'll have that all set up. So we're not planning any more cruises until after we officially move. So watch for an announcement on the Carnival Freedom forthcoming after that. The other one, this is going to be shocking for everybody, I know. I'm planning to go on the Margaritaville Islander, the new ship that will be sailing out of Tampa. I know I've talked about that as the one cruise line I will not sail because of the Paradise. I think the Paradise is a terrible ship. I don't mind saying that out loud. I would not book anybody on the Paradise, but the Islander is a former Costa cruise ship. She looks like a fabulous cruise ship, and I'm excited to go try her out for sure. Roger, who is the parent travel agency? Our host travel agency is KHM Travel Group out of Ohio. Fabulous host agency. So, Juju, you're a travel agent already. Wow. Well, it's up to you whether you want to come back in. I will just tell you, getting aligned with the right host agency is definitely the way to go. I think I'm going to have to start doing a TikTok series on becoming a travel agent because I've had so many people reach out about it. But getting yourself aligned with the right host agency, I've been with 2 different host agencies just in the 14 months, 15 months that we've been doing this. And there are pluses and minuses to both. I absolutely flat out love KHM Travel Group that I'm with right now. I think there's about 5,500 of us. somewhere in that range. But that's the biggest key, is getting yourself aligned with the right host agency, and then having amazing travel partners like Tamika, who was just sitting here for, 90 minutes. I can't believe she was here that long. Really did not expect her to be here that long, but it was absolutely lovely for her to have done that. I hope you guys got a lot of good, useful information out of that, because she is fabulous. I just love hanging out with her, and I really hope she's going to come on the Ben and David cruise. Oh man, boy, I really hope she's going to come on the Ben and David cruise. Jerry is saying hello, Rebecca. So Rebecca's sitting way over there. She's usually just right here, but she's sitting way over there because I had Tamika next to me earlier. And for those of you just tuning in, gosh, we're going on 2 hours now. We're getting close to 2 hours, so we are going to wrap this up soon. But I am Walter, your independent travel advisor with Where's Walter Travel. We're located in the Orlando area. Our service is 100% free. And one of the things that we do is we stay with you until you come home. You know, one of the big differences between us and working directly with the cruise line is that we can take care of all of your needs, no matter what they are. And we're there with you until you come home. Anything that you need. We have had clients, I literally have had clients call me from Alaska. Hey, we can't find the cruise store. Okay, so we're looking for the cruise store. Or Rebecca's mom was actually on a cruise. Suddenly her hotel just bailed on her. Her Barcelona hotel's like, oh, well, we canceled your reservation. So we found her mom a new hotel while she was on the ship. So yeah. Kathy, will we do a TA cruise soon?
No.
Oh, of course. I am so sorry. Will I do a TA course? I will not do a TA course because I'm not going to train anybody how to be a travel agent. That's not what I'm talking about. I will talk about it from the, I'll probably do a series at some point explaining how I became, because my previous career was about 32 years in television, film, documentary filmmaking, and marketing. So my last like 5-ish years, I was a VP of marketing and a chief creative officer, were like two of my last jobs. So yeah, so I actually have multiple Emmys, Tellys, and Peabody Awards to our credit from our previous career. So that's why I do so much of this media stuff, because this is all second nature to me. Then we talked about Sun Princess a little earlier. All we know is that it's delayed. No more information has been forthcoming from Princess. So we just have to wait. I'm so excited. If you want to meet the Sun Princess and you want to cruise with us, October 19th, we have a group. I think we're close to 40 people now on this sailing. So we got a big group going with us October 19th out of Fort Lauderdale. It's an Eastern Caribbean sailing. 7 nights on the Sun Princess. Going to be absolutely amazing. And on the second sea day, we are going to do a cabin crawl, because we have so many different kinds of cabins that have been booked by our clients, and we're going to go ahead and set up a cabin crawl so we can all go explore the various cabins together. That's going to be a lot of fun. If you'd like to come see the brand new Norwegian Aqua, which is launching in 2025, we're going to be on one of the first sailings, May 31st of 2025 out of Port Canaveral, Norwegian Aqua, for 7 days. I think we're already up past 20 or 30 people on that sailing as well. Rebecca and I will be on the ship for 7 nights. And then the big one, Alaska. If you guys want to go to Alaska and you would like to come with us, this is going to be just a spectacular cruise. This is going to be Oceania, the Riviera. There are only 1,250 passengers on the entire ship, and we will be doing 12 nights in Alaska. It's going to be unreal. 8 ports, 12 nights. Your food, your Wi-Fi, your soft drinks, your specialty coffee, your beer, wine, and champagne with lunch and dinner. You're going to $600 in shore excursion credit. So the first $600 in shore excursions is on Oceania. The gratuities are included because you're part of our group. The Prestige Select upgrade is included. That means you can get your cocktail, beer, wine anytime you want, not just at lunch and dinner. That's all included. And so it's round trip Seattle, leaving on June 26th through July 8th. So we're going to spend the 4th of July in Alaska, which is going to be amazing. We can't wait to do that. So we're going to be on the ship. We've got a really nice group of people coming on that one. So if you'd like to join Rebecca and I, it is your chance to meet the woman of mystery, Rebecca. It's for about your only chance to meet her. She does not come on camera, except when we're at the Itinerary police station in Guadalupe, apparently. She gets so excited, she didn't realize what she was doing. She came running back and did a video.
I didn't know you were.
So, Becky, is that in 2025? It is June. I'm so sorry. So the Norwegian Aqua is May 31st, 2025 from Port Canaveral. and the Oceania Riviera in Alaska is June 26, 2025. The Sun Princess is this coming October, October 19, 2024. If you would like to join us, we're going to be on all three of these sailing. One of the things that I'm trying to do right now, I reached out to my rep at Princess, is they're going to have Spellbound, which is from the Magic Castle in LA. On the Sun Princess, I am trying to set up like a group visit to the Spellbound experience. There's going to be like 2 or 3 seating for the Spellbound experience. I think it's only 40 people each time. So I'm trying to set up where like maybe the whole group can just go together. Becky, you love the Sun Marie picture of me and Rebecca. I know. We what's really cool in Guadalupe is they leave the Honorary Police Station sign up on that building that represents it during the show. If you're a fan of Death in Paradise, you got to go to Guadalupe, and then you got to go to Deshays, which is on the opposite side of the island from where the cruise ship docked. It is so fun. We met so many people on the ship who are fans, and I even asked the shore excursion people, I'm like, why don't you guys have a Death in Paradise tour? Because we took the tour that went to the Botanical Gardens. Rebecca had looked it up, found out that that's where the first inspector got killed. There's a villa there. And then we watched, the Christmas special, and almost like half the show took place right where we were in the Botanical Gardens, which was fabulous. So we kind of got to see Catherine's bar as we were driving by. That would have been the one thing that would have been lovely, had a chance to run over to Catherine's bar and get a drink. That would have been so amazing. I would have absolutely loved that. So, but guys, as Tamika said, we do have a special deal going on. If you book within the next 7 days, we can get you some extra onboard credit on Virgin Voyages, not combinable with My Next Virgin Voyage. I do have, I want to say maybe 6 My Next Virgin Voyages coupons, which we can share with you. That will give you $300 off your cruise and $600 onboard credit for any of those cruises on Virgin Voyages. Please put these 3. Yeah, for a sea terrace or above. So Siggy, what you can do actually, if you go, you're watching on YouTube right now, if you go into the description of this show, all of the group cruises are in the description of the show. You can also just simply go to where'swaltertravel.com, and there's a group cruise button right there. So all of the group cruises, everything you want to know about the group cruises is right there. And then just reach out and we can put you on there, no problem at all. But yeah, so Siggy, all the information is already included in the description because you are watching me on YouTube. So if you go into the description of this, or just simply hit the link to our website and then click on the group cruise, it's all there. I hope you're able to join us. That would be a lot of fun. Brilliant Goldie reminded me to talk to you about the May 2025 cruise. Goldie, remember to reach out to me about a 2025 cruise. Just reach out, just set a time. Let's talk. That'll be a lot of fun. Traveling with Robert, do I offer onboard credit with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity? Usually we do. It depends on the sailing. So one of the cool things is we work under a consortium as well, Travel Leaders Network, and they have a lot of sailings where there can be extra perks like onboard credit, maybe a dinner package, maybe an excursion package, things like that. And then, we always try to add a little something for our guests. So it all depends on, the cabin category, the itinerary, and things like that. Just reach out. Yeah, we'd be happy to talk. I mean, one thing for sure, our services are 100% free. And one of the, I think a big advantage of working with an independent travel advisor, we work for you. We don't work for the cruise line. We represent 25, 30 different cruise lines between ocean and river. So our job is not to put you on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity. Our job is to put you on the best cruise for the vacation that you're trying to do. And whether that's Royal, Celebrity, Princess, Virgin, Oceania, anybody, we're just going to pick the best cruise. Whereas when you work directly with a cruise line, their job, keep you in that cruise line. Don't let them get away. They've got to book with us. It's not that we don't care. It's just we don't have to book you with Royal or Celebrity. We can book you with anybody we want to book you with. So I think that's a great advantage. Norma, you love Death in Paradise. Yeah, so Norma, there is actually a tour in Guadalupe to do Death in Paradise, but it's not offered by Oceania. So we reached out to Oceania and said, you guys really should offer a Death in Paradise tour because there's a lot of people on here. So
and it's not offered on Saturday.
It's not offered on Saturdays. Hey, you're welcome traveling with Robert. Just reach out. Where's WalterTravel.com. There's a contact us link in there. In fact, if you hit my logo on TikTok, there's a contact us link. You set up a time that's convenient for you on our calendar. I give you a call or we do a video chat and then we work from there. So that's how it works. So folks, it's been over 2 hours. I am definitely going to have to wrap this up because I know I've got a call coming up, I believe, at 1 o'clock Eastern. So for everybody over on the YouTube side, I'm going to sign off from here. Y'all have a great Sunday. We'll see you Thursday night. We might have a special guest. We might not. But y'all have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. We'll definitely see you next Sunday. So have a good Sunday wherever you are, YouTube. Thank you so much.